shadows on the daily routine. Couldn't find them back when I was 17. Only shit changed and I follow my dream. And I find it strange, I was never what it seemed. You're taking 100 pics at the Nike's PG. Thinking Houdin, but you won't fool me. Put it on the gram cause it's all pristine. Said you in a rut, but you love your routine.
Yo, welcome back to Excuse the Cap, episode 6. We're going to be talking about jobs. We got here today with you TChill,
What's up?
Shank, and Lost Flyer, and it's your host today, Zer0 Tolerance, aka Beats by Zero. The track that you just heard in the intro was Smoke and Mirrors, track by Lost Flyer, new track out today, this Friday. Go ahead, download that, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Go ahead, check it out.
It's up there.
But today we talking about jobs. We had mentioned it in a previous episode, and it has been a new, highly requested episode topic about our past
Fuck
jobs.
'em. Fuck 'em.
Fuck.
I'm keeping a
Well, if
buck.
I still need them as a reference.
Not
I'll
all of
just
'em.
Go boo.
hate.
I'm playing.
I don't hate all my jobs. I actually misspoke in a past episode where I said I hated every job except for the one I have now. I think out of every job I had, I've only like 3. But
How many jobs have you
Have you-
had?
so 1, 2, 3. I've had 6.
Okay.
Six, like starting from when I was able to get a job to now, I've had 6 jobs. And actually, the first job I worked at, I got fired from on some bullshit. So we was at my first job. I was at Incrediplex, which is like this. Think of it like a Dave and Buster's, but also throw in a gym, basketball courts, soccer fields, and baseball, like batting cages and shit.
Perfect. Volcano
basic-
Falls, kind of.
We got a place in Rockford.
What?
Yeah.
This place we got back home. Yeah.
We didn't even take the shot, by the way.
Hey, he just went.
I knew I forgot something in the intro. No. Take the shot real quick before I go ahead and get into this story.
Hey Taylor, why you look like an unlocked character, bro?
D, you'll get your hair braided.
Why-
Look.
why is it-
Take the shot. Got me fucked up.
I need you to get some.
No,
more
actually,
light, bro.
I was actually gonna step away, but then Margaret was gonna talk about his job, and I was like, oh, I can't miss this because I have to chime in. But yeah, cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Alright.
Ooh.
Down with some beer.
Mm.
But no, first job story, Incrediplex. Like I said, it's a Dave and Buster's kind of deal. Throw in laser tag, throw in batting cages, basketball courts, gym, etc. So I worked there for about a good 10, 11 months before Taylor joined me there, along with another friend of ours, Bub Swack, and Zay. Actually,
Whole squad was
Zay
in that
actually
bitch.
worked there
We
too
was deep.
before.
We was deep.
Basically, squad was in that bitch. Like I started there, but then like squad showed up. So, but anyway, I got fired from there off some bullshit. So I go in on a regular day. This was like after school, like a Tuesday type shit. I go in, I walk in, I clock in, and my supervisor comes up to me. He was like, "All right, don't get on the register because I usually worked in the redemption store. Like that's where like you redeem your tickets and shit. I used to work in there. He's like, don't even go to the register yet in the redemption store. Go to
Oh,
the manager's
damn.
office real quick. GM wants to talk to you." And like in my head, like I'm still young. I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't like know what was getting ready to go down. So I go in there and I go see the GM, and he's like this old dude. Like he's like a little bit taller than me, but was like crazy, a little senile. And I mean, he even said that he was gonna bite this one dude's ear off, like in public. And shit, he was a weird dude. But now I go in there, and he's like, "Marcus, sit down." He's like, "Be honest with me. Have you been stealing from the company?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a reason to steal from the company, nor have I stole from the company." He's like, "Well, we're missing about $10,000 in like monthly profits, and it's mostly coming, and we think it's coming from the redemption store because not only do you redeem tickets there, you also buy like the little card you swipe on the arcade games, and like you swipe it at the laser tag and shit." And I was like, "Nah, it wasn't me. Like I don't even know how I would do that." And he was like, "Well, since you're the one that's in there the most, because like they trusted me the most at the time, they trusted me the most. They was like, well, since you're in there the most, we're just going to assume that you and you're fired." I'm like, damn, okay. And I was like trying to like explain myself, like, you know, like it wasn't me. Da, 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 da. They was like, nope, we're not having it. You're fired. So I go home, I'm all pissed off, and then I tell my parents about it. They was like, well, if you know for a fact that you didn't do it, you need to find a way to prove yourself innocent. So I go back up there like a couple days later, like on some as a customer shit, and just do like some snooping around trying to figure out how I could figure out how to prove myself.
Come in there with a
His
hoodie
ass said,
on.
"Dun-dun-dun."
I walked in.
Right.
I just walked in
Was
that
you
bitch
rolling
because I didn't
around?
give a fuck about them people.
Like, Zer0, is that you?
Nigga had a ski mask on and shit.
No. Hey, Taylor over there. Hey, what's good,
Bro,
Marcus?
shut up, bro.
Oh man, but I don't remember what exactly I did, but I remember I was able to get access to like the camera footage.
This
Or
nigga
whatever.
hacked the mainframe.
And, like, I proved-
This nigga playing
I,
Watch
like-
Dogs in real
I like
life.
proved that like there was never a point where I was like pocketing money or like taking money out the registers, nothing like that. So I basically like used that as like proof to like say like I didn't do it, but at the same time during that same week they were still trying to like figure out if there was anybody else involved. So they just kept firing like more and more people. By the end of that week, half of the people that worked on that were considered gamers. Those are the people that worked on like the bowling alley and the arcade side. Half those people were fired. By the end of that week, half those people were fired. I was the first to go, and a lot of people that got fired assumed that I snitched. And I want to clear my name right now because there's still people out there that think I fucking snitched. I did not snitch. What I'm pretty sure was happening is that the second dude they fired, this little Asian dude that was soft, he's the one that snitched on y'all. But regardless, I proved myself innocent by somehow getting access to the video cameras, and I talked to like he wasn't the what's the step above GM? Like not the owner, but like there's like a
Yeah,
like
something
director,
like
I
that.
guess.
Regional manager,
Regional
some shit like that.
general
Yeah.
manager.
Some shit like that. And I talked to him and I proved myself innocent. And like he was like, yeah, you're right. You did prove yourself innocent. Da, 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 da. And I was like, so can I have my fucking job back? Because I'm broke now. He was like, no. So I proved myself innocent.
I
Got
would have
fired,
cussed
and
his
I still
ass
get
the
my
fuck
job back.
out.
But
Bro, how did you get access to this camera? I'm still trying to figure this.
like my
Did
memory
you take
is
your
really,
your MacBook and it was just like plugged
He
into
hacked
the
the
camera? or some
mainframe,
shit?
bro. He
Like,
No.
hacked the
what happened,
mainframe, bro. No
Okay.
cap.
I think my memory is really fucked up based off of that whole situation, kind of. But I remember that I was real cool with two of the supervisors there because they were like damn near like smokers and weed heads. So they was just like real chill anyway. So like I think they might have had a hand in it, but I just like my memory is just like kind of fuzzy on it. But regardless, they figured out who really did it, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because I would just leave it at that.
Hey man, if you
But-
got to snitch to keep your job, snitch, nigga. Fuck everybody else. I don't give a fuck, bro. Snitch. I'm snitching. Like if I got a job that's paying me, 60, 70K, and they think I stole some shit, and I know who actually did it, I'm snitching on them. My livelihood.
Okay,
is
but
not
let's
about to-
backtrack. They weren't
It don't
paying me
matter, bro. It's the
60,
principle, bro.
70K.
It's the principle, bro.
At that age, that
Nigga, they
is
was
60,
paying me
70K.
minimum. I was
I
making
know that, but it's still, bro. It's the
725.
principle, bro. It's the principle. Because then you lost, like you said, you was broke. You ain't had no fucking job, and it was the perfect setup too. That's the thing. Like it was me, you, Zay, and Bubs. Like it was lit. like it was
Hella
lit. Like,
other
they
people
cost you.
too.
Yeah, hella people who went to our school too.
Yeah.
Like we worked with some bad women too. There was some bad women where we worked with. It was lit. But yeah, but they cost you a job. Snitch. Fuck that. I'm snitching. I don't care. Fuck you.
Yeah, bro. It's still fucked that whole place. Every time I drive by when I'm back in Indy, I just like flick them off. And I promise you, if I ever get rich, I'm gonna buy that bitch. I'm just gonna take a wrecking ball and just destroy it. I don't care if I waste like $2 million, $3 million. That's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a pretty stupid ass waste of money. And I'm just keeping it buck. I hope that you don't do that.
Oh, man.
I just really hope that you grow up and don't do that shit. That's fucking dumb. Like that's very dumb.
Hey, I can still use the land. I can build something else.
But Marcus, you would destroy a building that's already a good building to build something else in place of a building.
Fuck
So you're
'em.
knocking down a building and build another building.
Fuck them.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Oh, bro, but we gotta tell, bro. Incrediplex was fire though. So it was a one dude who played football in our high school or whatever, bro. This man, bro, this man was just tripping one day. He was just fried for whatever reason. I don't know what he was on, but he was like, today at work, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Give me a list and I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna do it. So he made this list of just like the wildest shit. And one of them was like push over a kid or some shit. And you know, y'all know that? Y'all ever seen that video of that big strong nigga just like walking like this? You know what I'm talking about? He like built like him. So he ran to this little Mexican kid, like shoved him in the face and knocked him on the ground in the middle of work. When I tell you I was dead, bro, the audacity of niggas is that shit's funny.
Incrediplex was a wild place. I remember one time because during the summer they had like a summer camp for like the little kids, like them like 6 years and younger people. And I remember one time I was working laser tag, letting the kids in. They go in there, they do laser tag, and I'm chilling, and all of a sudden this like little like 5-year-old just runs out, just throws his shit on the ground and just runs. I'm like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Because I gotta watch the kid because I'm like a half-ass camp counselor or whatever. So like I go around the corner to go see where he went, and I just see like this trail of like these like little brown round things.
Oh no!
They just increasing in size as I get closer and closer towards the bathroom. And I was like, "Oh, this is Dookie." I was like, "What the fuck is?" And I was like, "Yo, this nigga." I was like, "I'm not cleaning this shit because normally."
Where was that at? You said this is at camp.
This was still at Incrediplex, but like during the summer, it's like have like a little like summer camp kind of you dig for like the little kids. And I'm like, yo, I'm not cleaning this shit up because like technically I'm like the lowest ranking employee, so like I guess I'm liable to clean this shit up. I'm not cleaning this shit up. I go into the bathroom, there's doo-doo all over the toilet. Like this is asinine amount of doo-doo. Like I mean like toilet's full, toilet all over the toilet, like lid and shit. It was all bad. I hate kids. I hate little ass kids, bro. I can't stand little ass kids.
They definitely gave that boy a laxative before coming.
Gee,
they was on
like, yo. And I'm talking about this is like 40 yards of just fecal matter before you even get to the fucking restroom.
Yeah, was he wearing jeans or was he wearing shorts?
He was wearing shorts.
I'm about to say he's wearing
like
jeans. He's a wild boy. That's sick.
Nah, he was wearing like some basketball shorts. And I was just confused on why did you wait so long? Why did you go into the fucking laser tag knowing you had to take a shit?
Because he didn't want to miss the activity, man. You know, kids. That's one thing people don't understand about kids, man. Little shit be important to them. Them being included in shit. Like I just saw this on Twitter. It was like this little girl or whatever, and all the girls was taking shots or something. And she had like a shot of like some Gatorade or something. But she was so happy because she was included in the activity. That's all they want to do is be included. That's it.
But it cost
especially
them
laser
his
tag.
Probably favorite pair of basketball shorts.
No kids don't think them things out.
That's what you think about.
Kids don't be thinking out the situation. Oh man.
He probably dropped 30 in those shorts one day. Now they just shitty.
He dropped 30 to 30.
Now they just
Shank and D, what was your first job like, man?
I can go. My first job, I was 15, I think. When was it 15? Yeah, I think I was 15. I worked at Magic Waters. So for those, that's his little water
For real?
park. Yeah.
Where?
I worked for Penguin, and they had one of the little grill things. The grill.
I feel like you told me this
in the front. Yeah, I worked there, and I was a girl. I was 15 years old on the fucking grill. I didn't even know how to fucking grill. That was the craziest part. Burning shit. Definitely.
So what was this like place like? Like what was this? Like was it like because you said Magic
You ever
Waters.
been to Wisconsin Dells?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, so it's just like a smaller Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
Now Wisconsin Dells actually owns it.
Oh, okay.
Is it or is it Six Flags?
No, oh yeah, Six Flags.
Yeah, Six Flags.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big water park. And I was just at the front at the grill, so I had the entrance. I seen everything. Every female that came through, I was through there. And I just I remember vividly one part, just because I'm young, 15 years old. You see girls in bikinis walking past, titties just out, ass out. You gonna watch. I just had one lady come up to me. She was like, we can see you, right? And I'm like, yeah. You might want to wear some shades next time. And that was like my second day on the job. I was like, you right. I should definitely wear some shades.
Bitch, I don't
Burning the
care.
food, watching females in
Bitch, I don't
bikinis.
care. You got some titties on you. You trying to see them. What you mean?
But
So
yeah,
I would have fucked with you.
it was a dope ass job. It was a little summer job, and then from the summer, there I just did penguins weddings and stuff. So I got the chance to do like a Nigerian wedding. That was dope as hell. It was super fun. So
What all entails of a Nigerian wedding?
It's a great question.
they had different. Well, I'm probably gonna fuck this up, but the black guy, he was dating the white girl. The white girl, well, he's marrying the white girl. The white girl was actually dad is the owner of Penguin, so he like basically did everything, and basically had them do dances and all this other shit, and basically
They
try
have
their
fireworks
food.
and sparklers.
No, but they had them try their food and stuff, and it was pretty good. So we did our food plus theirs and all that stuff. They was just dancing. I think that was when the stanky leg was up. So they had the white people doing the stanky leg and shit. It was pretty fun.
Stanky leg, bro.
What's the worst job experience you ever had?
Where's the job? Shit. I always say Walmart because Walmart's the devil, bro. But actually no. Before I was before I wouldn't say that was my first. Penguins was my first job, but I did the tasseling in the summer before that, and that's like where you detassel corn, where you take the tassels off the female, the tassel.
You
corn.
was a slave?
Like some slave shit, yeah. But
You
you
was a
get
slave.
you get paid, funny as hell. But you get paid super well. Like I was literally like 14 getting $2,000 checks, $1,000.
Did you do that with Seth?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
okay.
literally my
Yeah,
first
yeah, you
first
told
year
me that.
going.
Yeah.
First year I went to Bago. Mama was like, "You need to get a job." How that go?
So that's what slaves should have been paid. $2,000 a paycheck type.
Something like that. Well, even more
That's
shit.
crazy.
I experienced a lot of fucked up shit. Like that was my first time ever seeing like one of those funnel clouds coming down, like a tornado. So I was freaking out. Like that motherfucker was kind of close. So I was freaking. Everybody was like, "No, it's not like a tornado." I'm like, "Yes, it is. Like we all dying. Fuck this shit." But
Well, since you did work you literally work slave shifts. Did you ever have any was there any, looking back now that you're older, you know what I'm saying? Was there ever any racist comments that were said to you while you
Actually,
worked this job?
On that job, no. Not at all. I can say it was racist comments towards a fellow other black person. My homie AJ, and he cleared that dude, like knocked him out, and dude got fired for it. I guess because he was a supervisor and they was doing the tasseling, and I guess the dude that he was working with called him an N-word, and he just cleared him. AJ, he was like, I think he was the best tight end at the time. I think he was only maybe a sophomore. Like he cleared his ass. But that was like the only thing. Other than that, like by me, nah.
Well, he deserved whoever white person that was. Fuck you, and you deserve.
Yeah, well, that was like the first week, so that like set the that set the table right there.
Oh yeah, everything was done.
Everything was done. Like all right, and then we'll see other schools do it because it was our school and it was like other schools too with other black people, so white people too. So it was.
Was there lighter complected people in the house cooking corn that you guys were picking?
No, like we would just literally like. Nigga, it was like a drive. Like we would literally just pull up to a cornfield, do the detasseling, and leave, and then we would like just drive into different cornfields.
Oh my god, that shit sounds terrible.
It was
It
terrible.
was probably hot as fuck. Too.
Hot as hell. But I was thinking about it because I was chubby still and playing basketball. I was like, this is a good way to lose weight.
Shape.
I'm just walking. You literally walking like a mile or two doing this detasseling in the sun.
How much weight did you lose?
I lost a good amount. I still was big, but I lost a good amount.
Shane, man, we gotta get a bucket, man, because D and Marcus, they not about no bucket, man. We gotta get a bucket, bro.
Yeah, I'm about this foot speed. This.
Oh, they
Speaking of which,
want to do the race.
Hold on. Do y'all want to see it? I want to see it. I think everybody wants to see it.
I do.
We gotta get it on camera. The foot race of the century. Zer0 versus Lost Flyer. Oh my god.
You know, that puff ball can
Also-
hold you down, D. I think Zer0 might can have you, bro.
I also
what?
want it to be. I also want
It's
it
in
to
your
be known,
ponytail, nigga. It's gonna hold you back.
This gonna be done by that. time.
every fan and viewer that has watched the podcast has voted for D. I want that to be known, and it's like I just want it to be known. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that's what the public perception is right now. Is that D is faster than me? But that's all I'm gonna say.
D,
That's
don't
all
come
I'm
out like Nate Robinson, bro. Please don't.
D is he's so unfazed by markets. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. You underestimate your opponent.
Why do they call the boy Flyer Boy? The nigga be gone. He be flying, boy. Don't get me started on this.
That was
I
a
don't need
terrible
it.
rap.
Boo.
Get him
I'm
out of
saying.
here.
Bro, I don't really want to do this and embarrass you, bro. Like,
Well,
I don't want to mess up your
we have to
manhood,
give
bro.
the viewers what they want, and they want to see the race. So the race will
But
be
what are
scheduled.
we gonna do? 100 meters? That's all I need to know.
100. That's
Can we do like an obstacle course? Like, can you put some hurdles in that bitch or something?
some spikes,
Yeah, some
couple rocks, a big,
Hell
a big
yeah.
ass wall.
Me and Taylor we gonna throw some rocks at y'all at one point. Y'all just gotta dodge them. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, right? So
On me,
let's
and
do
I'm
that.
releasing dragons. I gotta. We gonna be doing fireballs to y'all ass like y'all racing.
Hey, what if we release Komodo dragons at them?
Hey, that's an investment win.
Marcus
That's
might
lit.
win and shit.
He
I-
might.
Hey, I might win. Shit.
You gonna jump in the race?
Oh man, but put it in the comments. Put your vote down on who you think is going to win this race. We're going to keep the tally up before the race hits. And also submit your questions down below. We got a link in the description of this video. Please submit your questions and we will be answering
So this
them.
means you actually do want to do this race.
It's solidified. We have to give the viewers what they want. They want to see this race. This is like the most highly requested thing that the podcast has right now is
So
this
are we,
race. So we have to
like-
do it.
We gotta listen. What we
Are
gonna
we
do?
like
We gotta go
jogging up a
live.
week to this, or like we just going straight to the track just randomly one day and just running?
We will plan
I
it
just
for
need to know.
sometime end of the month, top of February.
Okay.
We got to go live on the Excuse the Cap Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give people a notice, like 2 weeks, 2-3 week notice, like, yo, on this day, this time, it's going up on the live. Everybody be
I'm
there.
glad you wait until it get warmer. That's a more advantage for me. So appreciate that.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. But we will schedule the day. We will put it out. We will put out flyers. We'll put it out on IG Live. We will have a film crew ready to go. We will give out trophies to the winner. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be that bitch like this.
What we gotta do is we gotta add an effect. So whoever wins, we're gonna do the dun 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 dun.
I don't need all that music when I win, bro. I just want to something.
That's what makes it
Dang,
more
right.
funny. Because we're gonna do the music, but you're not gonna have any emotion. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be just
No, we need that post game interview when they out of breath too.
oh yeah, we need that. It's too easy.
Bro,
It's too easy. His
We'll
ass
be
is
out of
weak.
breath. I won't be out of breath. He'll stop before the race is over, bro. I won't be out of breath.
This man is too cocky right now. But I feel it though.
I'm
You know
not
what
being
I'm saying?
cocky. This is very nonchalant of me. Like if like cocky, like me shit talking is a lot worse. That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, you was a
This is-
D1 track athlete, man. I'll be cocky too.
We have to see. We have to see.
But back to these jobs though, man. We was talking about worst jobs that we've had so far. And we haven't
First
even,
worst
our
job.
first jobs, then
First
worst
and
jobs, but
yep.
we ain't even got to Lost Fly yet. So what's up with that?
My first job was at GameStop. One of the worst
we hate
jobs
you.
you could ever do.
know.
No, it wasn't fun. It was not fun.
Why y'all take my Grand Theft Auto Vice City for $2 though? Like I'm real pissed off about that. That should have been about $37.
$2?
I tried to trade
gave
that
me
bitch in. Y'all
50
tried to give me $2 fucking dollars.
Bro,
I was
They
pissed
gave me
off.
50 cents, bro.
first of all,
Hey,
They
Lost
buyback
Fly
program
probably
was
love that
terrible.
job, bro. He
I
probably look
did
at the
not.
register like, I'm about to piss him off. Listen, this is what I can do for you.
16 cents.
No, that's not, bro. I used to shake in my like boots, bro, because I would see the total that I can get this dude, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, I can only give you like 472 for this game, bro.
This shit
The
ass.
game
There was-
just came
bro,
out yesterday.
No, hold on, yeah, there was literally
Literally.
one dude. I sold him the other game. He came back and was like, "Yeah, bro, I opened it, blah blah blah. I couldn't play this. I want it back. I want to like trade it, for the other one, which I couldn't do because it was already open." So then he was like, "Okay, just give me the trade in." Bro, paid $60 for the game. The trade in next day was $30.
I'm not
Yo, it's
going.
crazy how video games are a depreciating asset. That's so nuts.
At
Like
that-
it's just like a
bro,
car.
At that point, I was over the job, bro. I honestly was just over the job because it was a sales job. So there was like 3 different things you had to sell. You had to sell trade-ins. You had to sell the membership that was $15, and you had to sell like warranties. So like if they bought a used game, make them buy like a even new games, a $3 warranty. If it gets scratched or whatever, they can trade it in, whatever, blah blah blah, $2. So not only that, but your sales projected how many hours a week you were gonna get. So it got to the point where I was only working like 4 hours a week, but I had to drive across the city to work. So at the point, it was like I'm just paying for gas at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then one time I was already working on a sale. Dude was about to buy like 3 games. He's about to buy like the membership and I think like a used game or something like that. Told him, okay, grab whatever, head to the register. I think I had to go like help. Somebody had a quick question, bro. I'd like turn around and was getting ready to like help buddy. The manager of the company was taking the sale, and then I go and I was like, yo, I had already set that up, whatever, and she was just like, oh, whatever. Like she literally said that to me. She was like, oh, whatever. At that point, bro, I was so done with the job. I was just like, I can't do this no more.
Hey man, you gotta be a greaseball to work at GameStop. You gotta be grimy, slimy, slime ball. They don't get no fuck.
I was like, I don't see how, because mostly everybody else there had been working there for 3 years, and I was like, I don't see how y'all can be working for 3 years or whatever. Like for one, the manager, she flirted with people, so that's how she got her sales. But the other dudes, I was just like, I don't see how y'all got y'all stuff. I don't see how y'all keep up with this consistently.
I can't see a
But-
GameStop girl being like sexy enough to flirt with.
My mama can't.
I always
But
see
when you
fat
got
people,
nerdy
purple hair.
gamers though
What is that?
coming in and just flirting, and a girl's just flirting with them, they gonna take whatever they can get, bro.
I guess.
They have a term for that now. What's it called? Weebs?
What?
Really?
I think that's the term for it now. Like nerdy gamers that are just horny. I think it's called like a weeb.
Really?
Mhm.
Why do you know that? Like that's the like. Why do you know that, Marcus? What the fuck? Weaves?
I have no idea.
You know
Yo.
why
But that's weird.
I know.
But yeah, so that was one. That was my first job, but that was still a bad experience. But so in the second job I would do it like over like I think I did this 3 different summers. Yeah, I did this 3 different summers. I coached track, and so then I coached track for the park district, and that was terrible. It was fun and it was terrible at the same time because at one point they were trying to make me like try and teach track to like 4 and 5-year-olds, and it was more or less babysitting than teaching them. They were just running around. So then we would just have to tell them like, "Hey, run over there. Okay, now run back." Like that was your session. Like there ain't much we can do. And then I actually ended up getting 2 different relays. I coached 2 different relays, 4x8 and I think a 4x1. I coached them to nationals, so that was pretty cool in that. And then, so not only that, then most of us who had been with the park district for like a good 2-3 years, we ended up becoming like gym coaches for what was it? Oh, for like summer school. So for the summer school, we were literally like the gym teachers because they like I guess the gym teachers didn't sign up for the elementary schools. So we literally had to come up with lesson plans and stuff. So that was literally sucked being I think I was like 19. Yeah, I was 19, literally trying to teach kids, not having any like training and stuff in that. So that was annoying, but the pay was nice. I think I was getting paid, I think 12 an hour for doing that. So I didn't
This
turn
is
that down.
this is just Lost trying to increase his ethos over Marcus on running and sprinting and shit. That's all this is.
Or do you want to bring physical work into this? Because I
I'm
got
not
plenty
bringing
of
physical work. I
physically
worked at
pulling
FedEx
jobs.
too.
I've
I
had
worked
two
at
very
FedEx.
physically.
That's physical.
Okay,
I'm just
well,
telling you a terrible job experience I had. That's not it. So also because this is going back to coaching the track, they were hard on me because most of the people there came from our rival school, which was Auburn, and then I went to Jefferson, which was city rivals, and so then they would always treat the other kids better who went to Auburn because they were alums. They would just like sit around, do nothing, blah blah blah. I would be over here carrying hurdles, all this other stuff. My dad actually, I told my dad all this. He didn't believe me until he actually worked the third year with me, and then he saw it for himself. Like literally, I'll just go set up the whole track for like the rest of the day, like what we were gonna do, and then I'll be like, okay, cool. Let me go sit down, and then they would just yell at me, be like, "Yo, why are you just sitting? Like, go find something to do." And I'm like, literally, I'm like, I just set up the whole track like I just told me to do. Like, get off me, blah blah blah. And then, then they just like go find something else. And then I'll be working all the events at the track meet while everybody just be sitting around and shit. So I hated it, but I was like, at least I'm getting paid this nice money.
feel it. So TChill, you the last one, man. What's this bad job you had? And don't say all of them, because I know you never had a good
Honestly, bro, like I've had two. So my first job was with Zer0 at Incrediplex, and that shit was fire. And I'm gonna just let that be what that is. Got some good stories about that job, some great stories about that job, some fried stories about that job. But jobs that I hate, two jobs. I was a cashier at Meijer, and actually I didn't even hate that job. It was just annoying because people were like, "Oh, you're gonna give me this coupon discount." I'm like, "No, actually, I'm not." And like people were just like irritating. But the job I hated the most was my very first like corporate job at this place called Granger. Probably shouldn't have said the name, low key, but it's
Fuck them, because I'm about to be on the same shit after you finish the story.
my very
Is that like
first job.
they be selling crossbows
Mountain
and shit
gear and
and mountain
stuff?
gear?
You say crossbows? What the fuck?
that was the first like I was like, say a mountain thing. Oh, crossbows.
You with arrows?
but
Why are you so damn violent?
They do like sell a bunch of like gardening tools and like mountain stuff and like shit like that. They're like Amazon, but like for shit in that realm. So you're absolutely right. Yeah. They like red and black and white. That's their symbol. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But that was my work. That was the worst job I ever had. I was an intern. I didn't really like my internship that much, but they was offering me the bread. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. I get there and like my manager was just like a dickhead. And I take some responsibility because like I also was very naive. It was my first job out of college, but like he was just very, very like, put it this way. So he asked me to make an auditing process for our team. Now, keep in mind, I'm just straight out of college. I don't even know what the word audit means. I have never even heard that word before in my life. So like, then I'm like, okay, let me go try and ask the auditing team that we have. Because it was supposed to be like an internal process for our pricing team. And so he's like, you can't do that because they're gonna be auditing us. I said, okay, well, that makes sense. So then I ended up going and doing some research on auditing. I made something. He's like, this is horrible. I said, fucking shocker. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm literally fresh out. I don't even know what the word audit means. You're expecting this shit to be flawless? Like, the fuck out of my face. So then he like started like laughing at me and shit. And like with like crack jokes. And like I like lost all my confidence at that job. And then I ended up like plagiarizing some shit. And I ended up plagiarizing some shit. And like he caught me doing that. And then like there was a situation, such a sticky situation where like I was right before I quit. Where like basically he basically like, he didn't want me there anymore. He didn't want me working under him anymore. And it could have been flipped either way. And like I was like really shitty about the situation. So I went and asked my homegirl. She was just like, yo, just tell him you're gonna go home for the day. It's been a long day, blah, blah, blah. So then we ended up getting into it. And like he stops me while I'm like, yo, like I've had a long day, I'm about to leave. He's like, no, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And he's like this Indian dude with like really bad, just like people skills. Like he would cut off our director. Like our director was a black woman and he would like cut her off and he would argue people. He made this one girl like cry that was on our team. She was like 60 years old and like she was trying to get her point across and he kept cutting her off and like she like cried or some shit, which was like kind of crazy. But at the same time, I get it. Like as a woman in corporate America, like you definitely want your voice heard. And like women have been fighting for that for years. It's like I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, he stopped me, bro. And like we go into this room. He's like, I just want to talk to you. Blah, blah. At this point, like, I'm already like irritated as fuck. Like I'm already like, bro, like I don't want to be talking to you. So he says his piece. I don't say anything. I say like 3 words and he cuts me off. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like legitimately verbatim. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up talking. He's like, no, I will not shut up. I will not shut up. I was like, all right, I'm like, I'm fucking leaving. Get the fuck out of my face. And I just like walked out the job. I know we were supposed to talk about like jobs that we quit during this segment as well, but like, yeah, this shit kind of like goes hand in hand. And that's like how I quit my job. Like I was just like, bro, I can't deal with this dude anymore. Like I love my director. And I think I would have been cool if I would have like actually had friends in my job because there's a lot of fake people at my first job, like a lot of them. Which I also think is like, you know, kind of goes along with being naive because there's fake people in corporate America everywhere. But I was just looking for like that one person to just like be my friend at my job, and I couldn't find that. Like I ate lunch by myself every day, and they tried to send people my way to like talk to me, and they were just like all very dry and shit, and just very just like they were like doing it because they were told to do it, not because they actually wanted to get to know me. And like I'm the type of person like, bro, if you don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. Like go the fuck away. I'm cool. Like I'm gonna be fine. Like I promise you I'm gonna be straight. And so yeah, that was my worst experience and how I quit my first big boy job. So 2 birds, 1 stone.
Man, look here, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I went through almost the same shit with my first job. My first job, corporate job. Let me say that corporate job was with this company called Centel, and I swear to you, every time that name comes up, I just get like really fucking irritated. But nah, so it was a contracting company. So like you already when you're in a contracting company, you already gonna get treated like shit when you get to your actual company that you're supposed to work for. But regardless, that's my first job out of college, and they have a 2-month training program out in Memphis. I ain't never been to Memphis. I ain't never know shit about Memphis. So I was like, okay, I'm hype. I want to go see Memphis, hang out. So I drive out to Memphis first day before my first day. This is on Sunday. And they had us stay at an extended stay hotel, which is like, it's a hotel you stay at for a certain amount of months, and it's like really shitty. But the hotel was in the hood. Like it was legit in the hood. So I walk in on that Sunday, and like there's like a crowd of just like black people, like 10 to 15 black people just sitting out front, just smoking, drinking, everything. Like you can't do this outside in front of a hotel. But regardless, I walk in, they like, they like teasing everybody that walks in. When they like tease me, like, ha ha, your hair, ha ha. I'm like, ha, fuck you, nigga. And they're like, okay, he's black, leave him alone, whatever. Some dumb shit like that.
That never happened.
It did happen. It happened. But regardless, they gave me my shit to my room. I go up the elevator. The elevator stops on the 2nd floor. Like it like stops because I'm supposed to go on the 3rd floor. It just stops in the middle of the 2nd floor. Doors don't open.
Your ass had a panic attack.
So I'm like sitting here. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? So I'm sitting in the elevator for like 2-3 minutes before it starts moving. Then it moves up, goes to the 3rd floor. I go to my room. I get to my room, and the room next to it has like a bunch of like plastic like sheeting around it.
Oh, that's some Dexter shit.
Like on some some quarantine type
Was there
shit.
outline in your room?
Not in my room. My room was fine. But I'm just talking about the next room. There was just like that plastic, like quarantine type shit. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I go in there, I go to sleep, come back outside, I go downstairs, and I'm meeting up like all the people I'm about to start like training with. And we're down there, and like, yeah, they said somebody had overdosed on the third floor off of drugs. I was like, oh, so that's what the shit was next door to my fucking room, is that somebody overdosed and died in that bitch. So that was the first experience. We go to the training. We go into the training, whatever. We go there. We do our day. Da 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 da. We come back the next day. We come back on Tuesday. Tuesday comes and like this new dude shows up because like we introduced everybody on Monday, and then Tuesday shows up. This new dude shows up. He's like, "Hey, bro, where you been?" Da da da. He's like, "Man, I was in like." He was like hiding with the police. I'm like, "Why were you doing that?" He was like, "Cause they robbed me at gunpoint in front of the hotel on Sunday." I'm like, damn, what you mean they robbed you? They pulled out a gun. He came back from the grocery store at like 10 at night or some shit like that. He was like, they put a gun to my face, robbed me of my shit, and then like, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, so you telling me in the first 2 days of being in Memphis, the first day,
what was his race?
He was light skinned dude. I think he was like a mix of black and Hispanic. But yeah, he was like, yeah, like they held a gun to my face at gunpoint. Like I got robbed like that the same Sunday.
That's crazy,
that we
bro.
showed up. And I was like, yo, like where the fuck am I at right now? So that was like my first like 2 days working with the company. And then we had a fight for like another week or two to like get us to a new hotel. And then even when they did that, they moved us to another extended stay on the other side of the ghetto. So we were still in the ghetto. Granted, this extended stay was better. Yada yada yada. Months go by. I move out to Phoenix. I start working at my job. I'm working at American Express. I get on a team. People that were contractors with Centel, they were cool. I'm still cool with them. It's just that the team was so ass. Like my manager was so ass. Like he basically was what Taylor said with his manager, where he would cut people off. He wouldn't really try to assist you in any way. He wouldn't try to like, try to better you or anything. He was just like an asshole, and he would like laugh in your face if you got some shit wrong. So I went through like essentially the exact same shit that Taylor did. But yeah, bro, like one day I just quit. And I just finally found my new job working there. Love where I'm working at now. But
see, Marcus did it right though. Like he had a job lined up before he quit his job. I just quit my job and I was just broke. I was just out here just like
cause what it
McDonald's.
what it was though is that this all like right when I started to quit and get my new job, this was all around like New Year's. So I told myself like even if I don't come out of New Year's without a new job, I'm like, I'm quit this bitch. I'm just gonna move back to Indiana and then I'm just gonna figure it out from there. But luckily I did find another job right before I was about to say fuck
it. Yeah, bro. It's so weird how like just job like dynamics, like because me and Marcus, we had a whole conversation about just like do we just like Marcus said that black people work differently than other races do.
yes,
That's a fact.
And I still agree with that. And especially it's a harder dynamic for a black person to work with a person's like an Indian or an Asian because their work ethics are completely different. And I'm not trying to say that black people have bad work ethics. We just have different ways we attempt shit, and we bring about ourselves at work. And
I feel like we attempted more relaxed.
Yeah, we're more on the relaxed, cool side. We'll get the job done and we'll do it. Whereas those people are like headstrong, gotta do everything as hard as I can, as fast as I can, as soon as I can type people. And that's just not how we operate.
I was just talking to a dude that I work with right now. And like I attempted some shit, tried some shit, didn't work, whatever. And I was like, well, I'm about to go downstairs and like get food or something. He's like, you're not gonna sit here and work on it for like another hour and a half. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's like, it's a waste of my time. Like, obviously, I don't have an idea what I need to do right now. When I come back with a fresh brain, I'll probably have an idea. And if I don't, then whatever. And like, but they just like, yeah, like they are head down for like 5 hours locked in, like bro. Get everything.
Like they'll take a 20-minute lunch, maybe use the restroom once or twice, and then outside of that, they at their desk going. I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, that shit's dead, bro. That's why the reason why I don't want to be a developer, bro. Because I know that's the type of life that I'll be living, and I don't want to live that life.
Now hold on, I am a developer. And I know I will say honestly, at least the people that I work with, they're not like that. It's really more depends on the company that you're with. In terms of a developer, depends on the company you're with. Because like my company, like they real chill. We'll work on breaks. We'll play. Like we had video games, like a whole video game station, like 2 feet from our desks and shit. We like play the game on breaks and shit. It was more of a relaxed setting. Whereas the first job, it was we in a cubicle, we working, we going, we code.
That shit's ass, bro.
That shit is ass.
That shit's so ass, bro.
Hey, yo, Shank.
Yeah.
You know what the best job I worked ever?
Oh, SIU, baby.
SIU.
SIU.
Boy, that job was so relaxed, boy. Especially when I became supervisor. So I worked for sporting events. Or just all events in general. And so then I started off parking lot and then worked my way up eventually to supervisor. But boy, I was doing parking lot supervisor. They gave me one of them gators, one of them little carts.
This nigga stopped working. That's when that nigga stopped working. And that's when that nigga stopped working.
He was in that bitch, been in the corner.
This nigga used to be pulling up on me like, bro, weren't you supposed to be out the parking lot?
Because Shank was working in the bartending and stuff.
Yeah, I was a bartender there
for the fancy area with the rich folk. And so then, yeah, bro, I told them, do not put me in parking lot supervisor. I will not be out there when it gets cold. I kid you not, I will not. I hate the cold. They did it, but I would be only out there probably a total I will get it set up because you had to put signs out, you had to coordinate with the cops and everything like that. Get the people out there. I would drive the people out there when it was cold out. I would do that. The other times, I was just walking around talking to people that was working. That's all I was doing. And then I would chill in the bartending area with Shank and just be talking to him.
Bruh,
watching the game and all the free food I wanted.
Yeah, that was the best job ever. Until D came over there with his whole group, and asked for some free food.
I did not go with the free. It was that one dude. He was the one that screwed it over. You know, I was just there by myself. The buddy saw it. I don't even remember his name. He saw me get the free food that one time. And then was like, oh yeah, bro, I know where the hookup is to get free food after games. And then brought the whole crew and screwed it over for me.
Blew up the whole operation.
Exactly.
That's how we survived college right there.
It was, because come home with 2 days worth of food, bro.
Yeah. I gotta say that was...
bitch stealing.
No, they would give it to us. They literally...
Yeah, they give us food,
literally
bro.
one time packed a whole box for me. This is before me and Shank lived together. They had packed the whole box of just 4 pretzels, I think 2 things of popcorn, and 6 brats, because I always loved the brats. Had it. I ate that shit for at least 4 days, bro. That was love. And then the next year they screwed it up.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a bartender and it was fun. The tips was amazing. The people was amazing.
We used to get great advice from all those Wix folks, bro. That's what changed our mindsets on just how to look at life.
And then I think the coolest thing was all the events, because the athletic director, I was just so cool and everybody loved me. They used to just pull me aside for their events too. So I actually got the chance to meet a gold medalist Olympian. So
oh really?
Yeah. Let me see.
He got to serve at houses and shit.
Yeah, at the house. Her name Deanna Price, and I think she just won the gold medal last year too. But she was in college. I think she got bronze then. But yeah, it was dope as hell. She lifted up our athletic director. Man, it was just a cool experience, because not only that, any other time they had a party, they were just oh, Kaiten, come out here. Tips was amazing, everything in it. And then we come back home with a bunch of food for everybody.
Exactly. But the best event to work was the volleyball games. Yes, sir.
See, I didn't know.
Stories was thiak.
Yes, they are.
THIQUE. Thiak.
Oh,
Next
only
track
one
girls,
of them.
it was volleyball girls.
What did you say?
And I said next to track girls, volleyball girls.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
gotta
I
give it
think
the softball, bro.
Them softball girls were thick too. It was the pants though.
I feel like softball got the best booties.
Fact.
Tell us in the comments, man. We got the best asses out here, man. Is it softball girls, volleyball girls, track girls? What do you like, fellas, ladies? What do you think? We want to know. Here to excuse the cap. I'm gonna call you Cap too. So if one of y'all say basketball, that's a fucking lie. Them girls ain't got no ass.
No,
You
you might
can't see that
find
motherfucker.
some thick ones.
No, think about basketball players, bro. They be like women
The ones
basketball
coming off the
players,
bench.
like be too manly. They be too masculine a lot of times, especially if they raw. Like if they raw, it's hard. Like I've seen less raw feminine basketball players than I've seen like raw masculine basketball players. If that makes sense.
I could, yeah, because in any female that I've seen that was cold, that was girly, like they always was like either the girls on the team or they was trying to get turned out by the other basketball girls too. So yeah, dead ass.
Yeah,
It's facts, man. It's fact.
it
We put that in the
is.
comments too. Share. Have you ever been turned out if you was a girly basketball?
Have you ever been flipped? Tell us in the
happened at
comments.
my
We want to know
school.
here to Excuse the Cap. We love all of that. Yes, sir. Well, also, my name is TChill. So if you want to indulge in that, we can just...
But anyway, we are at 1 month and 20 days. We're at 1 month and 20 days where we do not have a sponsor. Hey, hit our line.
Bro,
We need
have
a
you-
sponsor
have
to
you
keep
reached out to
doing
one
this shit, man.
as well?
Trying to
Have
get
you put
paid,
in the work?
man.
Have you put in the work?
Don't worry about what I've done and what I ain't done.
Yeah, Fly, shut the fuck
Don't
up.
worry about
boy.
what
We
I've
trying
done
to-
and ain't done.
Say,
It's my
Bro.
No.
Or I ain't doing
They
it.
don't come to us. We
He
live.
said that, and I took that personally.
No, I'm sorry.
Not you, Taylor. I'm talking about Marcus. I'm gonna get destroyed on this track.
But also, because we didn't properly bring this up. We have an Instagram page now. Follow us on Instagram at _EXCUSETHECAP_.
I knew you was gonna do that.
EXCUSETHECAP_. And look at the camera. We got Excuse the Cap right there
Is
on
that gonna show
Instagram.
up
We only had
backwards?
21 followers and following 21 people, and for some ungodly reason, we only got one post. We need to do some more shit. Follow us on Excuse
That's
the
when
Cap
you post us a holiday,
_.
man. A holiday episode.
On
man. We
Instagram.
gotta get some more shit up there, man. It's gonna be plenty of content. Yes, sir.
Hey, people was on
Yes,
vacations
we
and
about to
stuff.
get
Yeah, tell us
Hopping.
y'all cap situations. We'll post them.
Hop on the gram.
That's what we really need. That's a great thing to say, Shank.
Yeah, bring it. Send us y'all cap.
But
Send us y'all cap. And
we
gonna
need
post
to
it.
make sure that
And we
we
gonna discuss it on the
distinguish what is
Capcast.
cap and what is not
This
cap,
man
though.
just
So,
called
like, if
it
you got a
the
situation where, like,
Capcast.
you think your girl was wrong, or if you curious if you was wrong, send us that. We want to know. We want to give you our perspective. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, tell you if you was tweaking or not, if you was capping or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for, man. We're here for to give people dialogue and to give different perspectives. That's what this podcast is about. It's about giving different perspectives and, you know, relating to y'all from different life perspectives and everything from that nature. So yeah, bro, go ahead and put it in the comments, man. Let us know what you're going through, man. So we can talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah. I think somebody said it was cap to eat fried catfish and spaghetti together, which is false.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's weird. So look, I think that like majority of like Chicago niggas do that because I've never met anyone outside Chicago that do that, bro. I swear to God,
Bro,
I've never eaten catfish with spaghetti. Like that's not.
Bro,
Like,
that
those are two
shit-
main courses.
yeah,
It's a southern thing.
yeah, I eat it
At
too.
least,
I feel like
for
it's a
me,
black
always
thing.
been a southern thing. So I
I always thought it was a white people thing when it was told to me.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit here and say like
I
it's
didn't-
not like a. Good,
I never
mean,
no
it's
catfish.
fire.
Well, okay, it wasn't said
Catfish?
catfish. When it was brought up to me a few months ago, they had said, "Have you ever ate fish and spaghetti together?" They didn't say what type of fish, so I was like, "Oh, that's probably something white people do." I didn't know.
No, it's a fried.
Did a white
catfish.
person ask you this?
No, it's me.
Catfish.
Yo, no, it's fried catfish. It's spaghetti. That shit is bomb.
He didn't bring it up that way.
I did say fish and spaghetti. But if I say fish and spaghetti as a nigga, you know it's fried.
Catfish. 100%.
Nobody ain't gonna be like, "Have you
See,
tried
that's what
fish
I'm
and spaghetti?"
saying.
No, I was talking about tilapia. No.
Anytime
Salmon
black,
and spaghetti. Like, what the fuck?
anytime black people don't say fried fish, you all automatically assume it's some other type of fish.
What did G
Man.
Dep say? I was born ready off fish and spaghetti, like on special delivery. You know what I'm saying? You know it's
Man,
fried
hey.
catfish.
Bro, catfish is like it's a delicacy. That's a light delicacy, bro.
You can't eat everybody fried catfish though. That's
true. That's very true. That's very true. Because the thing is, because the trick is that the edges got to be crispy,
Exactly.
but the inside got to be soft. It's kind of like a pancake, low key, and then it's got to be well seasoned. And if it's like I always want to go to New Orleans and just go on like a Cajun fest, like just nothing but just like Cajun fish, salmon, catfish, fucking shrimp, anything.
Like I don't eat
Fucking
seafood,
octopus.
but in New Orleans, I'm eating all types of seafood. Like I don't eat shrimp and shit, but I'm eating all shrimp, crawfish, all of that shit there.
Because I know it's smack. You know it's
Yep.
smack.
It gotta
No
be good.
choice.
But yeah, that's a cap thing. Something like that, y'all. Something like that.
I'm glad you gave an example.
But again, join us on Instagram, as that's going to be our only source of social media, most likely. Join us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Excuse the cap _ EXCUSETHECAP _ We going to get out of here for y'all. We got TChill, Zer0 Tolerance, Shank, and Lost Flyer. We going to be back again next week with some more cap. Make sure you submit your questions in the description below. Fill out the form. Submit your questions. We want to get to y'all's questions. Also, hit us up on Instagram so we can see your cap, expose your cap, and discuss your
Trademark it?
cap. Cap. Trademark. We
Where's
got to
my
put cap
hats?
on the cap.
You lucky I ain't got my hats.
There wasn't no cap today.
No caps.
No, I don't got my caps today. Bye, guys.
All right, then, y'all. Deuce. Peace.